What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the HNIC, the head nerd in charge, Dakota Griswold of Gamers, Nerds, and Geeks United. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today. And today, I want to start off with the Division. Not Division 2 or even a possible Division 3. No, Division 1, because Division 1 until September 8th, that's exactly, I want to say 6 more days. September 8th, it's available for free on Uplay. Yes, for free. Ubisoft is officially giving it away for a few more days, and I suggest you jump on it. Division 1 is a great game. Division 2 is an even better game. But the Division 1 was a games as a service game that just was no slouch. It was absolutely fun, and the expansions were even good. So I highly, highly suggest this. Honestly, I suggest anything free. Let's just be honest here. But right now, you're getting a pretty good game for free. Why not? Of course, it's only on PC with the Uplay, but hey, this is shout out to my PC gamers out there. And well, a free game, how can you go wrong with it? Even if you don't have a PC and probably plan on doing it sometime soon, go ahead, get the Uplay, make an account, and download and redeem the game. So this way, when you do have a gaming rig and you can play on your PC, yep, you already got something there. You don't have to go and buy nothing else. Now let's move on. And well, it appears that Xbox Series X has been outed again. And maybe I'm starting to think that maybe they were supposed to reveal the Xbox Series S some time ago, because yesterday on Braviary Brandon on Twitter, he tweeted out the fact that he said, I got a new controller for my Xbox since mine was broken. Interestingly enough, the Game Pass Ultimate Trial Code sheet mentions the unannounced Xbox Series S. It's definitely a thing. Yes, it says that it comes with a Game Pass trial, and it tells you all of the systems that it's compatible with, and it says basically everything in the current Xbox family, and of course next gen and PC, Game Pass for PC. So hey, this isn't an Xbox Series X or Series controller period. This is an Xbox One controller, and this came in there with the controller because it appears that Game Pass trials are being thrown into the controller, like new controller packaging, but it also says Series S. It's a thing Microsoft can't deny. This is the second time something happened. The last time a couple weeks ago, somebody got Xbox Series controller, and it was white, and it said, hey, it's compatible with Xbox Series S. So just waiting on Xbox to give us official confirmation, and then we'll see what's going on here. Now, moving on. So a judge ordered Big Fish Games to pay $155 million. It was a suit simply because of microtransactions. Big Fish, they put out a game called Big Fish Casino, and it was supposed to be, they have like a freemium type casino, but some of their stuff in there has attempted to have something of value in certain items inside the game, and this actually violates Washington law. And so now they're paying for it literally with having to pay $155 million. And well, I wonder what's going to happen in the coming months, coming weeks, coming months, and coming years as far as microtransactions and everything is handled. Are they violating any laws as far as loot boxes and stuff like that? Because there's still some games out there with loot boxes. Microtransactions, they aren't going anywhere. But as long as you know what you're getting, why not? But of course, if you want people to give you $20 and you give them a loot box and they get crap back, well, this is the kind of stuff that they do. So, let this be a lesson to some of the bigger developers and how to properly handle it. Even the smaller developers that actually want to get some extra cash. We understand you want some extra cash, but this ain't the way to go. This ain't it, Chief. Now, let's finish off the appetizer with some Nintendo news, right? It doesn't seem monumental at first, but honestly, it might be for some. So right now, if I wanted to go and pre-order a game, so what's coming out for the Nintendo Switch later this year? Pikmin Deluxe. So if I went and pre-ordered it, I have up until 7 days now, right before the game comes out, that I can cancel the pre-order. Because 7 days before, that's when they finally charge you. So now, of course, we know Pikmin is a month away. Pikmin is coming out in October. It is now September. If I pre-ordered it right now, back in the day, like before September 1st, they would take all my money and then I would just have to wait for it to come. But now with this going on, they won't charge you until 7 days before. So this is definitely good. This is definitely a feature for the Nintendo Switch eShop. What I'm actually waiting for is for some music, okay? Because I'm in that Nintendo Switch eShop on the weekly basis, and I would like to be soothed with the smooth sounds of Nintendo eShop music. Make it happen over there, Nintendo. Make it happen. All right, lads and ladders, get your fork and your knife, your steak sauce, and your chompers ready, because we are going to get into the real meat and potatoes. What you came to hear, what you came to see. Here we go. So we're going to start off with Nvidia. Of course, so yesterday, Nvidia let us know about some of the stuff that they're releasing for their PC components, of course, the cards and everything, and letting us know how powerful everything is. Well, they introduced the new GeoForce RTX 3090 GPU, and they're letting us know how powerful it is and how expensive it is. Of course, it's running at a whopping $1,500, and well, I'm looking to probably be getting into PC gaming eventually, and I've kind of watched it from the shadows, and this seems to be the norm when it gets, when some of this new stuff comes out. And well, but along with that, it came some ray tracing RTX trailers for Cyberpunk, the new Call of Duty, and Watch Dogs. Now, I can only imagine what Cyberpunk 2077 and Call of Duty Black Ops would look like on ultra settings. Now, Watch Dogs, I don't know. Maybe there's some decent ray tracing in there, but honestly, the engine looks like it needs to be updated, and the graphics look straight updated. Now, Cyberpunk and Cold War, absolutely. It looks amazing. So imagine that on... Just imagine that on ultra settings. Now, I got a chance to experience something with my cousin that he has a PC, and he built it, of course, from the ground up. And I was playing some games on ultra settings and 120 frames per second. That's insane. Like, it's just this. Yes, I understand PC Master Race and all of that. No, I love video games in general, but of course, PC is only as powerful as you want it to be. And so this is interesting. If you got $1,500 to shell out for the power that you're going to get, and you get to play some of this greatness in Ultra, well, let me know down in the comments below if you are one of those lucky people, because I would like to hear all about it, because eventually I might delve into this PC gaming world, because, man, it seems like I'm missing out. Well, it also appears that we are going to get another Ubisoft Forward, and that's coming next week. Yes, it will be September 10th, 8 a.m. BST, and well, 8 p.m. BST, and I'm really excited. Okay, we got just Gods and Monsters changed the name to Phoenix Rising, and well, with the main character being named Phoenix, why not, right? I would like to see Gods and Monsters, and it's crazy since they've renamed it and it's been rated, I'm wondering, is that game still coming out? They're big game. They already got 2 really big games. Honestly, we don't need Watch Dogs, and we don't need both Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed Valhalla out along with the now Phoenix Rising coming out. That definitely will get overshadowed. Even if the game is phenomenal, you have 2 established franchises now, and you don't want them. You release it early next year, away from Far Cry. Release it early next year so it can shine and get some time to shine. You can spread it out, because apparently Ubisoft has some stuff coming down the pipeline. Okay, we got Assassin's Creed, we got Watch Dogs, which is actually releasing way too close together, but I guess respectively they're completely 2 different types of games. But then next year we have Far Cry, and Far Cry sells bajillion copies and makes a bunch of money every time one comes out, so we already know what that is. So with Gods and Monsters, respectively what it used to be called, with that coming out next year, we need to put it somewhere out to shine. Give it maybe almost the summertime or something like that, so people can go out there and experience it without being overshadowed by a bunch of these games. So I really can't wait to see this Ubisoft Forward, to see what they got coming down the pipeline, to see what else is coming and how much fun are we going to have. And I'm really, really excited to hear something about more on Watch Dogs and Valhalla, because Valhalla, it looks dated, but it absolutely looks fun. But one thing I noticed, that this event is taking place September 10th. There is rumored to be a PlayStation event on September 9th. That's actually kind of ironic, and I'm really wondering what's going to happen with that, right? So, now, moving on, Ed Boon, apologize for that. Ed Boon definitely, he stayed teasing something on Twitter, right? So literally he tweeted out just yesterday, he says, "I see a tease in our future." It's all the man said, and that's crazy. And then this has happened the same day that appears, and now this is coming from GamesIndustry.biz, but Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, it ain't up for sale no more. Okay, this is coming from Bloomberg as well, and so it ain't up for sale anymore. They're good. There's too much money made in the game division. Mortal Kombat, Batman, Arkham franchise, all of them, and Lego Star Wars. They made a substantial amount of money, and they just go, all right, well, we ain't got to sell it no more. Well, we can just sit here and we can stay. So hopefully nobody, maybe people were close to losing their jobs, because this has kind of happened with studio closures and moving and type of stuff, mismanaged and stuff like that. I'm glad to see a disaster didn't happen, and I'm glad to see a bunch of great games making great revenue, so Warner Brothers Interactive can keep pumping out the good games. I'm really hoping that Suicide Squad game is going to be amazing. Gotham Knights looks like it's gonna be pretty solid, but that's not coming out for a while, so I really can't wait to hear more about it. But yeah, so they're not closing. People aren't going to lose their jobs, and we get to see more games from the people who have been making these same games. So I'm really excited about that. Can't wait for a new Injustice. Of course, we're going to get a new Injustice, because the cycle we just got Mortal Kombat with last year. It's time. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, Xbox. We already spoke about Xbox in the appetizers. Now we're here in the meat potatoes, and we're talking about Xbox showing up at the Tokyo Game Show. In fact, it's opening the Tokyo Game Show. Yes. So we know that Xbox isn't really that big in Japan. It was even in Japan in certain stores being sold as a DVD player. Not a game system, a DVD player. But lately, Xbox has been ramping up their JRPG support, probably shelling out the big bucks. And you got to do what you got to do. They got some money to throw around. They bought 700 million studios over the last 3 years. So they're gonna throw some money out there, and we want more exposure. So maybe we get to see some of the Tales games on Xbox. Just something more of JRPGs. Maybe they'll reveal Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 is coming to the Xbox maybe next year. I don't know. It's just all speculation, but it starts September 24th. I'm really excited about this. I'm liking the fact that Xbox is really trying to step their game up and just really trying to spread it out and get more of an audience everywhere. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And lastly, last week we lost Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman was the actor famously known for Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and most recently, the Black Panther. And Marvel's Avengers, they're teasing the fact that he might actually be in the game. Now, I feel like this is a little too soon, and it might seem like they're trying to capitalize on it. I'm just being perfectly honest. But it would be great to have Black Panther in the Avengers game, because why not? The Avengers game actually looks decent, and I really haven't played it yet, but I'm waiting for people to start, for updates to start rolling around and to hear more word of mouth, because these games as a service games, sometimes they're great. You know what? In my experience, I have never played a games as a service game that is just phenomenal from straight jump. You know what? Nope, I'll take that back. Division 2, yeah, that game was pretty awesome. It had a pretty solid launch. Now, Destiny 2 for me, of course, I was like, 12 o'clock, let me jump on Destiny 2. Yeah, they had server issues immediately, and we kind of hoped that Bungie would definitely expect it, because Destiny 1, over time, it ramped up and people loved it. But now I'm pretty sure that if Destiny 3 ever comes down the line, they'll have a bunch of servers and stuff like that. And hopefully, Crystal Dynamics learn from mistakes of other games as a service games, and this game can actually be ramped up. But Black Panther, though, that's awesome. That's awesome. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He was very important to the black community. Nothing in recent memory besides the protests and everything. And sadly, the Black Panther united all of us, but namely it united the black community. We were just out there and coming to America and dashikis and everything. It was really just awesome to see something like that. So I don't know what's going to happen with the Black Panther character in the future, but hey, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, and hopefully we can get T'Challa to probably rest in peace, because respect. This man, he was actually filming these movies while he was actually sick. Kudos, respect. Moment of silence. Wakanda forever. Lads and ladettes, thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and like this video if you haven't already. It's all good. Hit the dislike. If you're new here, subscribe and scroll up to all so you know when your boy is posted. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about all this. Do you think it's a little too soon for them to be teasing the fact that Black Panther might be in the game? Hey, it could also be Shuri as Black Panther because she actually takes up the mantle sometime down the line in the comics, his sister. So I'm really interested in the Xbox games. Xbox games